Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get ahead effortlessly, while others stay stuck in place? It's not always about talent, or luck, or even intelligence. It's about habits. And the secret is getting just 1% better every single day. Let's say you improve by 1% daily. It feels like nothing, almost invisible. But after 1 year, you're 37 times better. That's the power of compound growth. Not in money, in your behavior. Small habits, repeated consistently, lead to massive results. But here's the catch. Good habits feel unrewarding at first. You work out and see no change in the mirror. You read daily but don't feel smarter. You save money but your account barely grows. This is what James Clear calls the valley of disappointment. Most people quit here. They think it's not working. But the truth is, it's working below the surface. Like an ice cube melting in a warm room, you don't see the change until suddenly, everything shifts. The power of daily habits, why 1% better every day changes everything. Who we become is shaped by what we do every single day. Our habits, even the smallest ones, determine the trajectory of our lives. A powerful concept in this space is the idea of being just 1% better each day. While that may seem insignificant in the short term, over the span of a year, this compounding improvement can make you nearly 37% better. On the flip side, being 1% worse daily will pull you toward zero. This is the invisible power of compounding, not just in finance, but in behavior. Most of us understand compound interest when it comes to money. We've heard that investing early leads to exponential growth thanks to time and reinvestment. What we often overlook is that compound interest applies to personal growth too. Small habits, repeated consistently, lead to massive results. But here's the catch, the curve isn't linear. It's slow and often invisible at first. The valley of disappointment. Imagine setting out on a fitness journey. You start going to the gym 5 days a week. You eat clean. Yet after 3 months, your body looks the same in the mirror. Or you start a YouTube channel and upload consistently for 6 months, but your views are flat. This phase, where you've put in the effort but the results seem stagnant, is what James Clear calls the valley of disappointment. It's the most dangerous part of habit formation because the pain is high and the reward feels non-existent. Many people quit here, believing their actions don't work. But those who persist, those who keep showing up, keep improving by just 1% every day, break through the valley. Eventually, the growth curve crosses the pain curve, and things begin to shift rapidly. That's when you start seeing results that seemed impossible just months earlier. Why systems beat goals? When we talk about getting 1% better, most people assume it's about setting better goals. But goals are not the key to real, lasting change. Systems are. James Clear puts it this way: I set goals for my grades, my fitness, my business profits. Sometimes I succeeded. Often, I failed. What I came to realize was that my results had very little to do with my goals, and everything to do with my systems. A goal is the outcome you want. A system is the process that gets you there. Goal: lose 20 kilograms. System: hiring a fitness coach, following a structured meal plan, scheduling workouts. Goal: become financially free. System: automating savings and investments, building passive income streams, tracking expenses weekly. Goal: get promoted at work. System: consistently solving key problems in your department and documenting your impact. Winners and losers often share the same goals. The difference is that winners design systems that lead to those outcomes. A system helps you stay in the game long enough to see the benefits of compounding. Hedonic adaptation and the problem with goal setting. Another reason systems are so powerful is because of something called hedonic adaptation. This means that when we achieve a goal, buy a new car, hit a sales target, move into a new home, we feel a burst of happiness, but it fades quickly. We return to our baseline level of satisfaction and immediately start chasing the next big thing. It's a cycle of endless craving. Systems, however, focus on the process. They create a lifestyle. When you enjoy the process, when the habit becomes part of your identity, the journey itself becomes fulfilling. So what's the takeaway? Use goals to set direction. But use systems to make real progress. How to build better habits, the 4 laws. James Clear breaks down the process of building a new habit into 4 simple steps. Cue the trigger that starts the behavior. Craving, the desire or motivation behind it. Response, the actual habit or action. Reward, the benefit you gain. Let's use smoking as an example. You see someone light a cigarette, cue. You feel an urge to smoke, craving. You ask for a cigarette and light up, response. You feel relaxed, reward. This loop, repeated, becomes automatic, a habit. If any part of this loop is weak, the habit won't stick. To make new habits stick, Clear offers 4 laws. 1. Make it obvious, cue. Use habit stacking, link a new habit to an existing one. Example, after I brush my teeth, I will write in my journal. Or redesign your environment. Want to eat healthier? Remove junk food from your house and keep fruit visible. Want to read more? Delete social media apps and keep a book on your nightstand. Surround yourself with people who embody the habits you want. If you're trying to start a business, spend time with entrepreneurs. Talking about business will feel natural instead of forced. The Vietnam War provided a powerful real-life case study. Many American soldiers became addicted to drugs overseas. But when they returned home, over 90% quit, not because of rehab, but because they returned to a new environment free of the cues that triggered their behavior. 2. Make it attractive, craving. This is where temptation bundling comes in. Pair a habit you need to do with something you want to do. Listen to your favorite podcast only while running. Watch your favorite show only while folding laundry. Sip your favorite tea only while journaling. By making the behavior attractive, your brain begins to crave it, and that's when consistency becomes easy. Tiny habits, big results, the 1% rule that transforms your life. Imagine this: you desperately want to watch your favorite show on Netflix. Instead of using it as a distraction, turn it into motivation. Watch it only while running on a treadmill. You've just turned a craving into a productive routine. This is the power of temptation bundling, pairing something you want to do with something you need to do. It's a smart way to trick your brain into enjoying good habits. Trying to start a gym habit. Pair it with your daily commute. Maybe your workplace is near a gym. Use that to your advantage. Schedule workouts immediately before or after work. When habits are naturally connected to your existing obligations, they require less effort to maintain. But even the best strategies can fall apart without the right people. Trying to build a habit alone is tough. When you lack accountability, it's easier to quit. That's why joining a community of like-minded individuals is powerful. When you're surrounded by people who share your goals, you're more likely to stick to them. Peer pressure works when used positively. Step 3. Make it easy, remove friction. Think of your habits like water flowing through a hose. If the hose is tangled, the water struggles to pass. But if you simply untie the knots, the water flows effortlessly. Most people think they need more motivation. In reality, they just need less resistance. Make your habits easier to do. Reduce friction. Want to go for a run? Lay out your running clothes the night before. Want to start meditating? Keep a cushion by your bed. Trying to eat healthy? Don't wait until you're hungry and tempted, prep meals ahead of time. You can even outsource discipline. If your budget allows, subscribe to a healthy meal plan so lunch is taken care of. If not, batch cook your meals on Sunday. That way, when you open the fridge during the week, your healthy choice is already made. The fewer steps between you and your desired habit, the more likely you are to follow through. Step 4. Make it satisfying. Use rewards that work. Why do so many people fail to stick to habits? Because most good habits are painful upfront, while the rewards are delayed. You don't lose 5 kilograms after one run. You don't get fluent in a language after one study session. Progress takes weeks or even months. That's why you need immediate gratification in the early stages. A simple tool to fix this is a habit tracker. It's visual. It's rewarding. And it works. It could be as simple as a wall calendar. Each day you perform your habit, whether it's writing, exercising, or reading, mark an X. Over time, those X's become a chain. Your only job: don't break the chain. Legendary comedian Jerry Seinfeld swore by this method. He once advised a young comic that the secret to better jokes is writing daily. Use a big calendar, write daily, and mark an X. Over time, the streak becomes your motivation. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter how uninspired. You stick to the behavior because you don't want to break the math behind 1% better every day. Still not convinced that small habits matter? Let's say your New Year's resolution is to start listening to audiobooks. You begin with just 100 seconds per day, less than 2 minutes. Each day you increase by 1%, meaning just 1 more second on day 2, then 2 more seconds the next day, and so on. On day 42, you're only at 150 seconds, or 2.5 minutes. Seems small, right? But fast forward to day 365. You'll be listening to 3,740 seconds a day, which is about 62 minutes, a full hour of focused learning. Even more impressive. Over the year, you will have listened to 367,000 seconds, or 102 hours. That's enough for 20 audiobooks, assuming each is around 5 hours long. That's like having personal conversations with 20 top experts in your field, all from a habit that started with 100 seconds. This is how compounding works in real life. At first, it looks like nothing is changing. But you're laying the foundation. Slowly, the gains multiply. Eventually, you cross the threshold where the rewards finally show up. Don't break the chain, and never miss twice. No one is perfect. You will miss a day. Life gets messy. But here's the golden rule: never miss twice. Missing once is human. Missing twice is the start of a new, bad habit. When you skip 2 days, you're sending a message to your subconscious: this isn't important anymore. And from there, it's a slippery slope. So if you fall off, get back on the very next day. That's how you protect your progress. Bonus: how to break bad habits. Breaking bad habits is simply about reversing the 4 laws. Make it invisible, delete the app. Remove the snack. Hide the remote. Make it unattractive, remind yourself of the negative consequences. Make it difficult, add friction. Log out of accounts. Move the TV out of your room. Make it unsatisfying, add accountability. Let's say you skip the gym often. Find a gym buddy. Agree that if you miss a workout, you owe them a protein shake. Suddenly, skipping becomes expensive and embarrassing. When you stop answering only to yourself, excuses disappear. Final thought. Success doesn't come from one grand decision. It's built on thousands of small, daily wins. 1% better, every day. It's not magic. It's math. And it works. Start today. Just a little. Then keep going. Don't break the chain. Listen carefully. You don't need a massive breakthrough. You just need to get 1% better today. Then do it again tomorrow. Success doesn't come from doing one thing right. It comes from doing thousands of tiny things consistently. It's not magic. It's math. Start small. Start today. And whatever you do, Don't break the chain.